Well, folks, the Christmas season is almost upon us, and with it comes more and more hut sets and things to do inside of Hockey Ultimate Team. So today's hut news, I'm going to go over all of the new cards released, the sets, what you should and shouldn't do on the market, and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm going to do another giveaway and go over last week's. I'm No Sleeves 12. So guys, if you missed last week's episode, I started doing giveaways for Xbox or PSN $20 gift card every Friday to one of you guys. I'll explain how to enter in this video a little bit later on, but I just wanted to go over who won this week, just so you know that it was legit and it will be continuing for the foreseeable future. So here's the video clip of me pulling it on stream. It was Bobby Gill 97. So Bobby Gill, if you're watching this episode, I shot you a message on YouTube. Just get back to me and we'll see about setting up that $20 PSN card. I also need to mention, if you don't get back to me by Monday, I'm gonna pull again just because I want to keep it rolling and make sure that I get someone involved who is active. But again, I shot you a message, so just get back to me. So let's get into the news for week 12. So let's start off with the new Christmas event. It is following in the footsteps of the Thanksgiving one that had one Master Set player in the Thanksgiving event. Christmas event looks like to have 5. 2 were announced, 3 are not, but I'm going to get into a little bit of a leak, it looks like, as far as the other ones go. There will also be cards in packs, and it looks like they're releasing a card for every day for whatever player number it is, starting with 1 through 7. So there's a few players, again, with the numbers 1 through 7. I'll get into who they are in a minute. That are available in packs for the Christmas event. Now, specifically with the Master Set items, these are actually pretty easy to obtain. Basically, all you need, there's no player-gated card where you need a base card for at least the Fleury and the Kucherov. Essentially, you just need 15 Santa hat items and 9 ornament collectibles for the Marc-Andre Fleury. So it's 15 Santa hats for the Kucherov and the 9 ornaments for the Marc-Andre Fleury. I'll get into how much they cost in a little bit. There is also a Mike Hoffman that you can get by doing the objectives and hut challenges and things like that. So all in all, there's quite a bit to do here. Now, like all events, it's cheaper the longer you wait. Now, since the new packs, again, I'll speak about those in a bit, do come with the option of getting the bigger packs that have the guaranteed collectibles. These collectibles are going to drop in price. I built my Kucherov last night, and I spent about $35K. If you do that math, it's $525,000 for the 93 overall Kucherov with 4 synergies. I'll show the card in a second. And then for the Fleury, we're looking at about $250 for all the ornaments. And again, his card is actually pretty good. I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of money on a goalie, but this card is actually sick. So here is the 93 Kucherov, amazing card art. They've really drilled it this year with that. It has 4 synergies, a not burner, which kind of sucks, but you can't really complain. 99 speed, 92 shot, 92 deking. This card's a must-have for anyone that regularly plays hut. Now, again, you can make him right now today for about $525K, so don't spend anything more than that because you just need the 15 collectibles, and the more packs that are ripped throughout the weekend, obviously the more and more collectibles will be on the market. As for the Marc-Andre Fleury, he's a big goaltender, so it's not like one of those ones where it's, okay, he's a 91 overall, but because everyone assumes that a bigger goalie plays better, he's going to be useless. He's got 4 synergies, and one of them is burner, so it is a fantastic card to grab, and you can get him right now for about $250. It'll go down again as the weekend goes on. Again, both of these look to be must-add cards. Now let's get into the 7 released cards that are in packs currently for the event so far, starting with the number 1, Roberto Luongo, an 83 overall with BU. He is a pretty big goaltender, so this might be a popular one. If you can get him for somewhere around 20-30K, maybe even 50, with the burner synergy, it's not a bad pickup. Next up is the 90 overall Duncan Keith. It has BU. Here's the thing, there are so few good left-handed defensemen in the game currently as far as the end game goes, that this is going to be a fantastic card to add. Now, he is only a 93 skating, but the 96 overall top speed is pretty good. His shot is all just under 90, so again, that's pretty good. I could see a lot of players getting rid of their Paul Coffey for him. I don't know if I would do that, but again, the card art's nice. It's a 90 overall Duncan Keith, so if you want to change it up, I won't blame you. Right now, I've seen the price range from $400K to $1 million, so you're just going to have to play it by ear and wait. Again, I would wait a little bit longer as long as these are in packs, because the more that they're in packs, the more that they're going to be on the market, and obviously the cheaper they're going to be. Next up, we've got an 86 John Klingberg with the speed synergy. His speed right now is about a 93, so it's pretty good for an 86. His shot's kind of crap. His shot powers are 87, but his shot accuracy, wrist shot, and slap shot are both under 80, so that's kind of tough. But he is fast enough to put in your lineup, and I've seen him go for around anywhere from 50 to 80K. I wouldn't spend any more than that on him. Next, we've got an 85 Brock Besser. I don't know why they would release one that's less than the Thanksgiving event Brock Besser, but here we are. So he's got CS and the new clutch player synergy. With over 90 speed and over 85 shot, he's usable, but if you could sell him for like 50K or 40 to a Vancouver fan, I would probably do that. He's not really going to make many lineups at this point, outside of the free-to-play guys. So if you do pack him, I would probably just sell him. And we've got an 86 Aaron Ekblad. He's got 90 speed. His shot is even worse than Klingberg, so I would probably avoid the Ekblad. If you can sell him right now, it looks like he's on the market for around 50K. I would probably sell him at this point. Doesn't have burner or anything like that, so he is a gigantic right-handed shot, so he's not completely useless by any means, but at this stage in the game, it's pretty tough to use anyone that has under an 80 shot accuracy. Next up, we've got an 80 overall Zack Bogosian. This card is actually one of the more valuable ones. I'll get into a reason why a little bit later, but he's got an over 85 acceleration. His slap shot power is an 80, and then his accuracy is absolutely buns. But he's 6'3", 221, so he is gigantic, and he is a right-handed shot. The reason why I think that he's pretty valuable is the new comp season, which again I will get into a little bit. And then finally, we've got the 84 Jordan Eberle. This card can pretty much be avoided. If you pack him, try and sell him. Nothing special about him. Under 85 shot, under 90 speed. Not much going on here. Moving on to a team of the week, and we finally get the 90 overall Alex Ovechkin. He's got over 90 speed. Great shot, obviously, but his synergy isn't anything special. This would be one he's actually worth more on the market than he is to your team in the end game, unless you're a Caps fan, obviously. Then we got Braden Point, insanely fast. Synergy, again, not that crazy, but only just under an 85 shot accuracy. This is actually a pretty good card, regardless of him being an 86. And we've got Patrick Laine, 91 overall, 91 speed, but his shot is just under 90. Not bad as well. Nikita Kucherov gets an 87, 95 acceleration, agility, and speed, and just under 90 for shot accuracy. Now, obviously, you're going to want to make the 93, but if you don't, and I would probably sell this 87. Anze Kopitar gets a team of the week, still under 90 speed, so you can just avoid Anze if you pack him, sell him. Max Pacioretty for the Vegas Golden Knights gets one just over 90 speed, shots under 95. I'd probably avoid this one and sell once if you did pack him. Then on defense, we've got the 87 John Carlson, who just absolutely lucks into, well, not lucks, I guess he did perform, but he gets his Evo and then upgrades the very next day. So we've got the 87 John Carlson, who's a right-handed shot, which is fantastic, with over 90 speed, which is, again, average, but not terrible, again, because he shoots right. Then we've got Chris Letang, over 93 speed, shots kind of average as well, and no really good synergy. Then Drew Doughty gets an 87. He really needed an upgrade, and right now he's got an over 90 speed. He's at 92. His shots, again, kind of average, so I mean, he is a right-handed shot. So then in net, we've got the 80 Carter Hutton, which again is key because he does have BU and the new comp season. This is going to work well. He is a decently sized goaltender, so he might be someone to invest to for the new comp season. So on to this week's primetime and milestone cards that are worth taking a look at. One game back against my Sharks, and Matthews decimates them, especially on the power play. That was gross. He gets an 88. Now, Matthews is always going to sell for a little bit more than normal players because, well, Toronto fans are Toronto fans. But this card is very good. Doesn't really have a good synergy, but he is fast enough and does have a good shot. So, I mean, if you can get him for 120, 130, maybe even 150K, I'd rather have him than Dave Anderchuk. So, it might be something to take a look at. Next, we've got Milestone Blake Wheeler, gets an 88 overall. His speed is just over 90. Shots an average one around 85 to 88. And doesn't really have that amazing of a synergy. But does shoot right and is gigantic. So he does have some value. But again, I wouldn't break the bank on him. Then the 91 Sidney Crosby. Again, I would probably sell this. He's worth more in coins than he is as the actual card. If you're going to use an endgame card, or if you're going to use a 91 overall, I'd probably sell him for the 300 to 400K you could get for him, and then buy somebody else. Let's talk Evos. John Carlson got an 85, but then the very next day, like I mentioned, got his team of the week and bumped him up to an 87 on the last day of November. So that saves his value because now in December, if he gets another card, he goes up to an 89. But again, still, guys, with these Evos, there's very few that will actually hold their value unless you're really looking for the end game like team of the year, which I understand. But man, you could sell these cards for over 500K right now and buy a legend that you'll use for the next 2-3 months. We also have the 86 Patrik Laine, which is obviously a really popular one. But again, guys, he's only going to be capped at a +2. So there's no point in keeping him right now. You might as well sell him and grab another legend like Ted Lindsay. I've been saying this for months now, guys. There's very few Evos that are worth picking up. Alexis Lafreniere is also the other one. But again, he's going to get young stars or something to upgrade. I don't know. So the alumni this week was the Montreal Canadiens. So we've got the 80 overall Chris Nylon. I would not use him at all. If you're a Canadiens fan and you are a fan of him, maybe, but even for the 80 overall comp season that I'm going to get into in just a second, not really worth it. His speed is just way too slow. I don't know what they're doing with these cards, so moving on. Next, we've got the 81 overall Brian Hayward. He does have BU, so that's pretty good. He's kind of small, though, for a goaltender, and yeah, let's just keep moving on. Pronouncing French names is not my forte. Regine Oulet? Yeah, that sounds about right. He's got the speed synergy, but still is one of those like alumni that just doesn't make any sense. Like you're never gonna use them. So here we are. Next, we've got the 86 overall Pete Mahavlich. It's the same thing, guys. Like I don't know what else to say here. Just not. I packed him. I'll never use him. Unless it's like some sort of weird alumni comp season for Montreal Canadiens or something specific. And then finally, we've got the 89 Henry Richard. His skating is kind of meh. His shot is decent, though. I wouldn't mind actually putting this guy on defense because he does shoot right, and there aren't a lot of good right-handed defensemen. So he might be someone that you could do that with. But other than that, again, it's kind of underwhelming. His synergies are kind of crap. And yeah, here we are. So, just like the Morgan Riley from last month, you can get an 86 overall Rasmus Ristolainen by doing the offline hut challenges. You need a 90 overall team to get the final one, though, so that could be tough. Use your loan cards, things like that. And if you're not, make sure you use your goaltender spot. Having one average goalie or one that isn't even an 80 can really hurt your rating. So, but the Rasmus Ristolainen does shoot right. He is gigantic, obviously, and he has BU with decent skating. So it is pretty good card to work for, especially if you're doing a free-to-play team. And next up, we've got the December monthly reward. It is a 93 overall legend, Bobby Clarke. Yes, guys, it is a center. Again, from being a game changer and speaking with the guys that make the game, the reason for it is they want to give players versatility. The center is literally the only player that you can play at all 5 positions and it be okay. So it is a free card. Again, this one is kind of slower, but his shot is fantastic. So he might actually be a good defenseman. But it is a 93 Bobby Clarke for December. Works exactly the same as the Roenick and the Joe Nieuwendyk as far as in terms of amount of collectibles needed. Logging in twice a day when you go to work, before you go to work, after you come to work, and play your few games. And you'll be able to get him in the month of December. And finally, let's talk comp seasons. There is 2 for this Christmas season. There is the normal Jonathan Toews, the 89 overall for the top 100. This is like the Thanksgiving one. Instead of various players, it's a Claude Giroux throughout the top 100. They also have the 89 Jonathan Marchessault. To get this card, I'm going to have a video detailing exactly what I would recommend for this event, but it is a comp season much like the under 80 overall team, but you can only have one player above 80. So essentially a Wayne Gretzky or a Mario, and then the rest of the cards being 80 overall and under. Again, I'm going to have a video going into who I recommend in the kind of steals and things that you would look for when building a team for this event specifically, but you'll get the Jonathan Marchessault. Also coming up next week, the Hut Champs is Rob Blake. It's already a card that's been released, but I love Rob Blake. But again, this is only for the top 5 finish. Yeah, so that's comp seasons for the next month. All right, guys, so that was week 12 in Hockey Ultimate Team. I want to talk about the giveaways. So again, I did pull someone at the beginning of the episode. I'm going to contact them, and if I don't hear from them on Monday, my Monday morning stream, I stream every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll pull someone else until we find a winner for last week. Also, for this week, again, same thing. just leave your console and your gamer tag in the comment section below, and I'll message you when I pull you next Friday on my morning stream. I do need to mention, just North America, guys. I can't do a card for Europe, unfortunately. I do apologize, but unfortunately, it's just the way it is. The only thing I require, guys, is just bang the like button on this video as well as sub to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will pull someone on Friday. So, guys, that was week 12 again. You guys have a good one.